Hello and welcome to how I play my level 65 Bard in Everquest 1. So let's get right into it and use an XR illusion. I mean, this is like the creepiest looking face I've ever seen. Look at this. It's just like a dinosaur from something. I don't know. All right, so today we're gonna go over spells. We're gonna talk about whatever buttons I got down here and everything else. This is a continuation of the level 50, the level 55, and the level 60 videos. There's going to be things mentioned in those videos that I don't mention in this one. This all builds upon all of those. So watch them all, I guess. Let's kind of go with this. We're going to talk about spells, right? So at 65, we actually have two spell. I don't even know what category this is. What is it called? It's like combat initiates, right? No. Spell focus? Alright, let's go with spell focus. There's actually two spell focus spells at level 65. One is from Planes of Power, and one is from Gates of Discord, I believe. So the difference here is actually the 10% extra damage from spells. So that's the difference. So you're going to want to have Echo of the Truisk as your spell that you use, because that is the best one. Next up, I have Wind of Mar. And just to cover on this, right, it's 25 extra spell damage on spells up to 65, and then 25% overhaste. So I believe that's overhaste. Hopefully it's overhaste, because this all depends on overhaste, and it looks like it is overhaste. So but next up I have Wind of Mar, which is just the group regen song, which does health, mana, and stamina. So just that one. Then I have Acello's Accelerating Chorus. This is level 49, but it is the best version of Acello's that we get until we get the AA. This gives me a 2 minute and 30-second buff of Cellos for the group. And it's affected by the drum, so it's even faster. Next up, we have War March of the Mastruk. This is group haste, attack speed, strength, attack rating, and it also provides a damage shield, which synergizes with my tank, which is a Shadow Knight, as he gets 15 damage on top of any other damage shield that he has. I don't know how that, like, each damage shield gets 15. I don't know exactly, but it all adds up, right? And then I have Psalm of Vishen, which is a magical resist protection, plus it does damage. And a scale, these does damage as a damage shield. So this all adds up. These all stack together and as one nice little melody, if you will. Yeah, there's other stuff I could put in here. I was thinking about putting a chant in, but I'm gonna wait until I have more spell slots to put chants in. It's just it's not worth it, I think, at this point yet, because I don't have any of the focus AAs that benefit what is it, improved chance. Those first ones at 85, and all the other stuff there. So we don't have any of that yet. So it's like, you know, let's wait on doing any of that stuff. Next up, I have a lull. I don't even lull, I just pull everything. That might change in the future, but I have it there just in case. And then Lullaby, this is our level 65 Mez. I don't Mez anything, but I have it there just in case. Call of Banshee, this is our level 64 Charm. I like charming on a bard. It's fun. But it's a lot of extra work that I don't need to do because the mobs die so fast. I'm hoping, I'm hoping. I need to log on to my my 125 bard and try this out. I'm hoping at 125 I can do charming with my bard, and I can do what I'm doing here, right? I can charm the mob and send the mob in, and then it just works. That's my theory. Because it worked early on, right? We tried it around 50-ish. We tried charming with this. It worked fantastic. I charmed a mob, sent it in. The problem is, mobs are dying too fast, and it's just not worth the extra effort to babysit that thing. And then we have an aura. Now the aura we use, Aura of Insight, is the only one we have at the moment. We're going to get another one at 70. It's the exact same as Echo of Truist here, but the thing is if I like get away far enough from some of these guys, right, they will lose the buff, right? So depending on like the situation, it might be beneficial to have both going. And if I'm not mistaken, on the higher level ones, there's a difference on some of it, so it's just something I have right now. When we have something better, we'll change it out. But I don't really deviate from these spells here. These are the spells I just pretty much always use, so I don't change anything out for this character. I have an aura button here, but it's just because I had one for the level 120 character I copied the UI from. When we get, more spells and, we start doing some better things with the Bard, we will definitely take advantage of that. But right now, I mostly position the Bard for melee, and I position the melodies so that, that it hits the majority of the group. All right, so my bar is pretty much the same as it was. I believe the only thing that changes, I took out J boots and I put fading memories in, so we get fading memories at 65, or no, 63 actually. I thought it was 65. And so this spell is pretty cool. It's insta cast, right? We can cast it. Well, bards can cast while moving anyway, but it evades us, right? So if we're pulling, we can do some pulling with the bard from now, since we also got Sonic Disruption, which will send a shockwave and hit something 250 feet away. So we do have a pull ability now, and we do have the ability to fade with lull. So at this point, the bard, I think, probably becomes like the best puller, or arguably the second best puller in the game. It just depends on how we want to play that out. But if we need it, we have it on our disposal now, and I have it just here. So if I'm on the bard and I'm manually pulling stuff and not pulling with my shaman, my Shadow Knight, I can easily hit that and fade off, right? So I pull this mob, I get all of them, right? I fade, boom, all of them stop following me. That means I can back up some more and fade again. Now this does take mana. You can see there, it uses 12% of my mana every time I do that. So it is expensive. I believe it goes down over time. I think it's at 3% at 125, if I'm not mistaken, because I've been able to hit it quite a bit with 125. I just never looked at the cost, but it's very valuable when trying to do some crazy stuff, and I do hope to do some crazy stuff with these guys. So we'll see how that goes. For the most part, the rest of the bar is the same. The next bar, I just have another copy of the assist. Here's the melody that I use, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I skip cellos for 2 iterations, and then I bring in cellos on the 3rd iteration, I think. Something like that. Probably should go out 1 more iteration before bringing back cellos, but I don't think it matters right now. I'm going to be switching to my 125 melody as soon as I can get chants and stuff into everything, because I like that one better. If you want to see how that one works, watch the 125 video. Let's see here. That's all the same. And then this is just the mez macros that I use. If I mez, so it's pretty much X target 7. X target's talked about in all the previous videos, but 7 is the first non-assisted target. And then it just casts Lullaby and so on and so on. X target 8 would be the one after 7, obviously. And then Charm X target 7. So if I'm not mezzing and I'm going to charm the target that's not being attacked, right? So if I have 2 targets on an extended target, right? The first one, the Shadow Knight's target right here, is the combat dummy. Anything after that would be available to charm. So I would try to charm that if I wanted to do that. That's just teleport items. and whatnot. And I guess it would be remiss of me not to mention that there is a teleport item in the shop right now you can buy. Well, I guess this video is coming out in August, so in July this is available. Hopefully you got it. I'm getting it right now. There we go. Staff of Kedge. Take us to Kedge. Somewhere near Kedge. I don't know where. It says Dagnar's Cauldron. I haven't used mine yet, but definitely make sure you get those on all your characters. They're free right now. Let's see here. Everything else is pretty much the same. I did put Boastful Bellow in my multi-bind. And yeah, right now the spell is not that great. It's an 18-second reuse, so it's not going to burn my endurance too bad right now, but it gets strong eventually. So this is from the Omens of War expansion. I believe it was available earlier than 65. I didn't put it on my bar until 65, so it is it's extra damage that we can do, so it's something worth doing, but I'm not 100% sold on it right now at this level. It does do some lowering of the resist and whatnot, and it just stun, so it's kind of nice. It gives us a stun, right, that we do pretty much on cooldown. It gives us a little bit of a resist modifier, so it's all around a good spell. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying it might be too much of a drain on our current gear set with endurance. So I need to do more testing with it to make sure. And pretty much everything else is the exact same. Nothing else has changed here or there. So that is pretty much it. Gear wise, I'm under geared at this point. I'm wearing Velia's raid gear. I want to be wearing Elaborate Defiant or better gear, which is, I think it's like 200 HP per piece. Like I have the shoulders on the mage here. Yeah, 200. So this is about where we want to be. We want to be in at 65. We would like to have anywhere between 150 to 200 HP per piece. So we are definitely not there at all. We are at the 100 HP per piece, so we're missing about half, hit points, right? We should probably have about 20 to 25,000 hit points once we get fully geared out. Ideally, we'd want something with an instrument modifier on all the pieces so that we don't have to wear the drum anymore, which would allow us to wear a second weapon, which we would want a weapon with a 1.0 or better ratio. This one is not there yet, so a lot of things to change there. We're probably going to do some tower missions upcoming. I probably won't record it. I'll probably just do them with AAs on, so I don't level up or anything like that, but probably do that so we can get the next tier, which I believe is 65. I'll have to go check the tower and see what the next tier is, if I can see it yet. Which should, in theory, get us to that next, 200 HP mark, but I don't know. But that's pretty much all the Bard is. I pretty much keep the Bard with the group. I move it into melee when needed, and I support the group. That's what I view the Bard as support. The Bard is a support class to me. If you're playing a solo Bard, your only character is a Bard, you might be a puller. You might be a crowd controller. I don't do any of that in my group because I don't need to. But if you need to, it's available, and the Bard is okay at it. The Bard cannot mez like an enchanter, but the Bard can pull as good as a monk, if not better. Pull as good as a Shadow Knight, if not better. It just depends on how you play. There's a lot of power in the Bard, and hopefully we can showcase it in some of these episodes. But right now, we kill everything so fast, and we just blow through it. So it's going to be a while before we can start really showcasing anything Bard related, because we don't need to use the Bard's power at this point. So, looking at our melee, where is our melee? Oh yeah, so we're only hitting for like hundreds. Like our melee isn't even worth turning on most of the time compared to like the Beast Lord or the Shadow Knights. So you know, it is what it is. So there you go. That is how I play my Bard. If there's any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If I'm doing something absolutely wrong and you need to correct me, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions on how I do things. I am not, this is my only way, and this is not the only way I'll do it, right? I am always open to more feedback as long as it's constructive and not, just like toxic. So thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.